Alright, Deep Rock. Going for Deep Rock because everyone else is dropped out, unfortunately. Just going through one of those phases.
Everyone else is dead or dying.
Yeah.
Tis the way with early spring.
Yeah, we always have a period of the year where we just don't get everything in.
Is it springtime or are we currently in still?
I think it's
winter?
late winter.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I keep on forgetting how the seasons work at this point. Like, I think it could be spring, it could be winter.
I know we recently time traveled supposedly, or did that happen Did that happen tonight?
Sorry.
The time
Oh,
zone.
right. Sorry. Yes, summer British Soviet time. I think that's not until tomorrow for us.
No, it's a couple of weeks still.
Oh, also, I will get like a normal. Yeah. Thank you for the detox beer.
I am amused here just by the name of our current mission.
Oh.
Let's rock in.
What's it called?
Nice.
Furious Room. Okay.
Well,
Ballroom.
it's the XCOM 2 mission name all over again.
The XCOM 2 missions have always been hilarious.
I mean, to be fair, I did once lose a man on Operation Rabid Chicken, which was very hard to explain to his partner.
I'm with Churchill that you shouldn't name anything that's you're embarrassed to tell someone or sounds a bit too over the top.
Yeah, Operation Dandelion is hard to justify.
Yeah.
It's hard to come across. It's hard to sell to anybody.
Did I hear a rockin' stone?
What I need to.
New pair of steel-toed
I really should play XCOM 2. I bought it once upon a time ago. I was waiting for its DLC and so forth.
I mean, that is out. That's out now. Like,
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
it's old enough where it should be fairly cheap at this stage.
Oh, I already have it. I bought it. I already bought it way back when. I have it. I own it.
I see.
It's having time to play it is the question.
Yep.
Many Mactera.
Alright, we have come here with no scouts doing a Quarks mission. This is gonna be great.
It's fine.
But we do have zip lines. That's totally the drum of the matter, isn't it?
And I can go through walls.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think anybody watches this for like top tier optimal play of DRG anyway.
No, they if anyone watches this, it's to be amused.
Yeah.
That I think we can cover. Right, where's that? It has been literally months since I last played, so I'm going to inevitably forget things.
Yes, same here.
I'm wondering if
It's like riding a bike or falling off a bike. You never really forget how.
Yeah, I broke my arm.
Is the bike covered with explosives, or...?
I mean, it can be. Just depends on what kind of explosives. Like, you can do that thing where you take sprinklers and you take a sparklers and attach it to the wheels of your bike and pedal along.
Sprinklers and sparklers, two completely different things.
I mean, to be fair, attaching a sprinkler to the wheels of your bicycle actually seems like quite a clever idea. It's like a homemade sort of irrigation device. Yeah, the sparkler attached to the bicycle, on the other hand, sounds concerning.
I'm sure it's probably illegal in some part of the UK.
What is this?
Hmm?
There's a giant mecha squid just floating around.
Oh, you don't remember what a prospector looks like?
No.
All
It's
right.
looking at me.
If you shoot, it'll be perfectly okay. One, it's full of something. So if you want to, we want to start killing it. It's going to be a little bit of a thing. But
Right. But we can just ignore it and carry on.
we can ignore and carry on in case something dumb happens, like we accidentally hit it or something.
I mean, knowing us.
The main thing is that it has so you know the whole scrib thing we have in the whole seasonal thing we have, right?
Yeah, oh, it's one of those robot sort of rival miner. Okay, right.
The Rival Miner Corporation of robot things.
Right. Yes, no, that I vaguely.
And what they're supposed to do is that you hit that thing, a lot of the robots will spawn in, and that thing runs away like a pain in the ass. You gotta hunt it down to murder it to get the precious data core from inside it. which is about worth 1,000 ladder experience.
Fair enough. It could be worse than. I shouldn't say things like that.
I mean, it's not like this is the this is not like with the a Halloween event with the nameless terror that basically shows up like a void on your map, and you kill that. You had to deal with that thing, which I did not. I was not around for when that happened.
I'm guessing that sounds like a barrel of laughs.
I mean, you ever play or heard of Ark Survival Evolved?
Yes, I mean I've never played it, but I know of it.
So one of the the earlier creatures you'll ever meet, and the early source of food and materials is the dodo, right? So it's a dumb bird that the dumb bird, the flightless bird that comes up, says hello, and you punch it and stab it for meat and feathers and all that kind of such. And you're early domesticated for eggs and so forth. The nature of Ark is that it is basically a giant alien simulation thing. Yes, spoilers. So the dodo has a possible future evolutionary thing, or evolutionary thing, or whatever it's called the Dodo Rex, which is
Dodo Rex,
which is basically a Dodo T-Rex, which is essentially something so massive and angry that that it was even stronger than one of the better this is one of the stronger megafauna of the game. Which was like, I remember correctly, there was a species of T-Rex looking motherfucker a species of T-Rex looking thing that essentially was like the Carnifex.
We got the Praetorian outfit.
Yep.
I have accidentally shot the bloody mecha squid while shooting at some bugs.
Alright. I may or may not be done. I may not be falling over soon, so
That's a pretty great line. I'll give him that.
Well, it's from a rival corporation, so
it's not wrong for sure.
If the mineral wealth of Hoxie got out to the public, there would be a lot more corporations here trying to mine this place out besides just us.
Right, where did you drop? Oh, I'm going a long way. 2 seconds, I'll come back.
No problem. Thank you, sir.
Oh, bounced off your head. Stop me from dying.
Hey!
That's how it goes.
Rubberized head.
Or head to we're all dwarves here. Dwarven heads are too strong to have just having another dwarf falling on it mean for anything.
And to be fair, I did actually bring a helmet.
But naturally a dwarf's head is sturdier than the helmet that's covering it.
Yeah, I could actually believe that, truth be told.
Dwarves are just the best fantasy race of all time.
Let's put her down.
Hey! And
like, besides maybe like, I don't know, Kobold or something. What would have happened if our what do you call it game had dwarves in it?
You mean Axe? I mean, to be fair, we never really did it. I just don't think dwarves came up during the Rising process.
No, they didn't come up in the random rolls. They could just be like they could just be an super race, who knows? We could do this like entirely like Morrowind, where the dwarves were once there and then they just vanished.
Well, they're never there and disappeared.
Mm-hmm. Well, essentially, when it comes to fantasy, was never there and then just appeared is basically how you explain a lot of races.
Are you implying that fantasy world building is actually quite difficult?
Yes.
This bit I'm digging into, is this looking like it's got something in it, or is this just glowing blue for no reason?
It has to be a pretty dark silver. Like the blue you're looking for are like the blue of these right here, which is a dark cerulean blue.
Yeah.
We are unfortunately also just happen to be in the blue ice zone for this mission, which is
Yeah, this makes it a bit harder.
yeah. Oh, I have hacked one of the patrol bots, by the way, so it sounds.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah. Forceful acquisition of auxiliary resources. Okay.
I've got a zip line ready here.
Speak.
Look, I'm here to bring zip lines, and zip lines is what I shall bring. I don't bring actual much utility to this job. I just bring zip lines.
You bring zip lines and a large gun.
I'd almost forgotten about them.
You
No,
got
forgot about.
Zip line, here I go.
I am just about unlocked the third tier of gunner gun, which is the hurricane launcher.
Is that the auto cannon, or is that the other one?
The autocon is the second one. The hurricane launcher is is basically you firing missiles at things.
so I already
that sit on the
started.
track.
Yeah, at least. Sorry, Grace, say that again?
Oh, I've just come back to where I already been.
That's basically this game. This is game in its nutshell.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Right, I've got a voodoo cap on me. I only need 3 more for the secondary objective after that.
Oh, there's the like I see the place where the last one is.
That's
Yeah, I see the last one.
Oh, is it all the way up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna to dig up to it.
I
Ow.
would love to give you a zip line, but I'm out of ammunition, so I'm actually going to call a supply drop in. Back in the pod.
Hang in there. Supplies
So,
are
Sir
on the way.
Pennis, what have you been reading or looking or like dealing with any other kind of interesting fantasy world or material?
I've been catching up on the old Warhammer reading again. I finally got round to picking up the Infinite and Divine, which is the one about the two very famously hating each other Necron lords.
Nice.
Praising and Oracan. And it's an absolute riot so far, I must say.
Just from what I remember being explained, that's like
Oh,
two
calm
old.
down.
It's like two old people arguing with each other for eternity.
Yes. Yes, I'm on the way, Greg. And yes, it's basically them arguing with each other for about millennia at a time. Just because, you know, when you're an old robot warlord, you hold grudges really well.
Thank you.
Repeat swarm.
And essentially, that's what keeps you occupied.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's an actual MacGuffin involved, but a lot of it is actually interplay between the two of them and how they just muck with each other's plans constantly.
Nobody's-
So far, can recommend. Oh, Praetorian.
I recently acquired one of the old Warhammer 40k books, which is Progenitor from the Phidias Bile series. Phidias Bile.
Yes, good old Bile, yes.
Getting supplies.
So
I still think he's a contender for one of the worst people currently alive in 40k, which is saying something, really.
he is, but listening to his reasoning for it all is the best. He's honestly trying to make a future for the space. He's actually trying to make a future for the Space Marines.
He thinks he is. I'm
Yes.
fully prepared to turn around and say he's probably not actually doing that because Chaos is just going, yeah, well, I'm going to let you think that and further our plans at the same time.
Yes.
Because it's Chaos, they totally would do that.
His heart is autonomically in the right place. And,
Heavy activity in your vicinity, so hold
Which one?
but that's the thing. That autonomy, yeah, the joke.
But, oh, right, sorry.
Autonomy,
joke there is-
no, not autonomy. The like, what's it called? Anatomy.
Anatomy.
Yeah, there's a anatomically or whatever it's called, where it's like, you know, it's
Anatomically,
design.
I think. Pronunciation
anatomically
is
in the right
hard.
place. Yeah. But from what I've heard from the older Horus Heresy books, things get a little bit silly. Mainly the fact of like nowadays, like the Emperor, while the Emperor made the Space Marines, it was all this one lady on this side over here that was.
Yeah, like there's some of the newer Horus Heresy books have gotten very weird.
Have gotten very fanficky.
There's parts of it I really quite like. Actually showing the Emperor was not as clever as he thinks he was for many, many reasons. Great, because he was.
Humanizing the Emperor is perfectly fine, but like they went and took away a lot of his achievements and gave them to other people, as well as the reason why all the Primarchs were scattered to everywhere. The Emperor's wife had a hissy fit.
I mean, I seem to vaguely recall it was also because the Emperor's wife was pointing out this is actually a fucking terrible idea. What you're about to do, don't do this. And
But
with the benefit of 2020 hindsight, she might have had a point.
yes, but the reason why, her being the person being instrumental on you know, scattering all the Primarchs and making sure that multiple were, you know, actively exposed to chaos. It's a big like why moment.
I think the Horus Heresy series as a whole is one of those things where they started with 3 books and then suddenly realized, oh, we can make money out of this, and there's now like 50.
And
Most
current GW is really not the GW of old, honestly, to be fair.
I kind of prefer that. The GW of old made some very stupid decisions.
It was pretty, I mean, stupid, but they, like... Let's see, now. Oh, yes, no. Like, describe to me the GW of old, like, what did they do?
Well, there was the entire fact they had to basically destroy half of the Tyranid Codex because they lost a lawsuit with Chapter House Studios, who were a company who were making third-party... Now, to be fair, this was a company that were making illegal, like, third-party models, and then the descriptions were, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, you can use these for Warhammer, if you know what I mean. Which actually is a copyright violation.
Right.
Because, unfortunately, that's just the world. However, GW partially lost that lawsuit for some reasons. And so they had to basically delete all but 2 of the Tyranid special characters. Because they just went, well, we haven't got models for these, Chapter House do. Chapter House can't make them anymore, so stuff it. We're getting rid of them. And that was the start of the whole legal crusade they went on that ended up with, you know, Space Marines no longer being Space Marines and so on. So...
dubbing Star Tees and everything.
Yeah, and like the Imperial Guard are now officially...
The Astra Militarum.
Thank you, yes, couldn't remember the name. But yes, that's kind of what I mean.
I mean, legal. I'm sure when it came to either a piss poor legal offense or they got really, really greedy, because I remember GW went and tried to copyright pauldrons.
Oh yeah, but I include that as part of the legal crusade of, frankly, being very clever. This was the reaction to the Chapter House stuff. They turned around and immediately tried to copyright everything, so that if something like Chapter House happened again, they had far better legal footing. And then the world turned around and pointed out, you can't really copyright the word pauldron, you jackass.
Yeah.
They tried to copyright the word Warhammer.
Like, yeah. Like I said, old GW has made some plenty dumb calls too.
I understand, but most of the stuff, but they were at least a lot more careful with their lore department type deal.
Oh yeah, difference between law and I think they switched over law and business, haven't they?
Ish. Yeah. Ish.
Ish. Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean they got it either.
No,
the law's always been a bit stupid.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's 40k at the end of the day. We shouldn't be expecting works of Shakespeare.
Well, the thing is that we shouldn't be expecting Shakespeare. Well, we should be expecting 40k. I mean, that kind of flavor.
True. I mean, there are definitely pieces of the new lore I like. I really like the Gene Stealer cults, which
I do too. I love the
speaking, are quite new. I mean, I think they only came out a couple of years back now, ish.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Mainly my main complaints is just the what do you call it? The Super Space Marines, the Primaris.
Primaris, yes.
The guy who made the Primaris call, and the fact that they basically, when the Horus Heresy book took just, you know, while trying to deal with the character of the Emperor and everything, kind of extracted a majority of his main achievements. Like, how did the Emperor of Mankind make Space Marines? Well, he went in. The old way was he made a deal with Chaos, which he tried to betray and everything. So what was the deal? We never know. And they basically took all the mystique and they kind of gutted it. Now, the major person who made all the Space Marines was a lady whose last name was literally Astarte.
At the end of the day, there's a lot of dumb stuff, to be fair, from New and on. I guess is the way I look at it. I can't find myself too het up about it, because there's plenty of dumb stuff on either side.
Yeah.
See, for example, the entirety of the existence of the Mentors, who at this point are just... I love them dearly, but man, they just come off as like a bad meta joke at this point. Like, well, how much more crap can we put one Space Marine chapter? As it turns out, quite a lot.
The Lamenters, the Lamenters, which I have to say the best thing for the best explanation for the Lamenters was one of what were those guys? The Emperor Text to Speech guys, which was just all of the Lamenters suffering in like 30 seconds, and it just left the Emperor just going sob.
No. What do you mean? There's no such thing as being cursed. Oh no, the Lamenters are totally cursed. They just are. Oh, thank you.
It's like, explain to me. Just takes a deep breath
and then
just everything.
Right, I've got one more mission on this assignment to unlock a new primary gun, but we can switch over to one of you two guys. I see Gray's got...
don't mind me. All mine is just a weekly.
Okay. Let's see.
How about you, Gray? What do you gotta do?
I've got... I think mine's the same as Serpentis, actually. Bestial
That actually
Quest.
is.
Yeah.
Is it Escort Duty Bestial Retreat?
Yeah.
Let's just do that one and do us both at the same time then.
Excellent.
Alright, let's hit it.
Escort duty, lads.
Drop pod is ready. Time
Yeah, also Mineral Mania.
And exploders! Exploders everywhere!
Yeah.
I know there's a tiny reward for bringing back the drill dozer head afterwards. We're not doing that.
I mean, we can do it. It really depends if you can actually make sure the drill dozer's a-okay the entire way.
Okay.
It's like it's 100% drop chance if she's undamaged. If she's like almost breaking down, her head won't be anywhere. I feel like.
I'm really not ready for this.
Wake me up when we land.
For rock and go!
One of us is really keen.
Yeah, one of us isn't.
One of us is what?
One of us is keen to do this.
after an Omeran hardstone. In order to extract it, we're sending in an autonomous
Yay!
Well, we're in
blue.
a pit. Right, excellent start.
We are in the
job will be to escort it and keep
we're
it
in the very, I think just in South London.
drill dozer approaching landing zone.
Nah, the rent prices are too low.
Yeah. Nothing's on
Yeah,
fire.
true. Fair enough.
No one's tried to sell us drugs yet.
No one is.
You say that, Gray, but have you ever tried to huff any of the stuff we mine? Like red sugar sounds like a drug to me. I don't.
It is actually red sugar is actually as an amphetamine. It seems like in this game.
Ooh, cropper.
It is something we're technically not allowed to ingest, but the company just turns a blank eye.
There's bugs coming out the goddamn walls.
I mean,
Why are these tiny bugs coming out of everywhere?
because we angered Hoxies.
Oh,
Hoxies is
hello, exploders.
Exploders.
This reminds me of that one mission we did where it was just nothing but exploders.
Yeah, it was the death pit where we were having like big guys and exploders.
Oh, got blood on my foot of the drill.
Trying to keep up.
Nice knowing you, Gray.
Alright.
Ah.
Alright, let's hopefully my ammo efficiency is good on this thing, because that's the thing I kind of find out, like a lot of the later guns don't really have very stellar ammo efficiency.
Yeah.
I mean,
Typically you're...
Engine team,
it's a
keep the drill
multi-missile
dozer running at
launcher.
full capacity. You need to
I don't think efficiency is going to be the highest concern the R&D guys had going into this.
I mean, yes, but it's usually my big concern, because I really want to make sure I have enough ammo that
Oh,
between refills. Because I'm always been like scarred by those maps that just have no nitra anywhere that you can find.
But at least here we can run back through a tunnel and go back to a nitro deposit if we see it. That's a bunch of exploders coming through the tunnel behind us, by the way.
Well, at least I have a bunch of explosions.
acid spitter. How does he get off?
How about you, Gray? Have you been reading or listening to anything?
I'm reading a book about the history of Rome.
Ah, another one.
The Claudian Emperor.
The Claudian Emperors?
Yeah. So, like, from Augustus through to Nero.
Ooh, God, the happy bunch.
Yeah.
The down decline of Rome, essentially.
Well, the start of the Empire.
Refill them, and we will have
Oh, was Nero at the start of the Empire?
Well, Augustus was.
Any fair antidotes?
The Romans are really, really weird about sex.
Rising absolutely nobody.
They're Greek, so yes.
It's more the fact they didn't really care, like, for a lot of stuff, gay stuff, it doesn't matter. As long as you're the one doing all the thrusting, you're good.
So long as you're on top.
Yep, as long as you're on top, you're the man.
No one's going to complain. Yeah.
Yep, right, I've got 10 alpaca blooms. Is that going to be enough, guys?
We need.
we-
I've got one more on me, so that actually will do.
Hello. Don't you just love it when you're
That's a lot of exploders.
Yep.
No, the fun part is I'm collecting that oil shell over there, and the exploder just literally walks up into my face.
And just goes, hi.
And I'm like, okay, supposedly if I boop it on a snoot, it won't explode.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Here's a hint. It exploded. Hey, Gray, there's some jade over there.
Look over here.
What I say?
There's some jade right there. If you want to go through that. See the particle on the outside of the rock?
Oh, yeah.
Just you can drill that out. Which I appreciate. I do like the mining in this. I do appreciate the mining in this game a lot.
Yeah, it would be too hard if they didn't give you any guidance as to where the jade is or the aquarks or stuff is hidden. So the wall hints are good. Oh bollocks! I dropped the full set.
It's also like how much I like this. How much I like the mining in this game. Also, in like
Ow.
in say what do you call it? 7 Days to Die.
Then?
Speaking of which, Spinach, you ever have like a free Saturday? 7 days has been
There
pretty
you go.
fun.
I mean, I'll bear that in mind. I tend to be busy on Saturday nights, is the thing. And I must admit, I'm not generally one for, like, the whole survival crafting thing that 7 Days to Die comes into.
Fair enough.
I am just one of those people who, there's more fuel, by the way, if you need down here, Greg.
Oh, I've got jade. I'm just waiting for Molly.
I guess I prefer my game slightly more structured. I just don't do the whole...
I understand that. I am also very much a person who can't really do much for the whole who can't really. I can't make my own fun. I got to be told. I have to give an objective.
Move on.
Right.
So I completely understand that.
There we go. Right.
Oh.
Thank you for the dwarf head propulsion. That helped a great deal, actually.
Serpentis, can you throw up some of your flares?
Yes, 2 seconds.
Your big old flare. There we go. Okay, you see what's going on.
bulldozer is under attack. Get it fixed up before we lose it.
Alright, let's go and stop the attack.
Right, sorry, I'm just
Where
trying to
are
get
you?
the last fuel cell filled up. I think I have enough shale here to do it, and then I'll be back. Yes, I do. Lovely.
Just go away.
Secondary objective has been achieved. Bonus will be transferred to your accounts on mission.
I love I do love the cryo. Like, that's the hardest thing about this game, that cryo is so effective. Like,
Yeah.
fire, like I set it on fire. Oh, it's slowly burning and not really taking much. Cryo is I stop it. Oh, I shatter it. Oh, it's dead. Like, fire's tick damage needs to be like improved by a significant margin
Yeah.
to compete.
Here we go. Bulldozer setting off for the Amaran.
Part of it is that obviously there's stuff that is designed to be more vulnerable to fire. It just they're only in a couple of the biomes, so
And also the fact that those things that can be that are more systems of fire can be can still be frozen.
true.
Like the Frostprotarians can be frozen. It's the thing.
Molly.
Come along, Molly. We've got something here.
See, what would be an amazing one would be somehow combining this with like Factorio or something like that. So you drop on a planet and you have to dig out huge amounts of ore, but the more ore you dig out, like the more hostiles you pick up.
And so you just try to get up and off the planet
Yeah.
thing. I mean,
Yeah.
they have like the drill pumps, the whale missions.
Yeah,
Whale
but
missions.
what I'm talking about is like a bit more like Space Engineers as well, where you've got you
Crafting and so
you build all your drills and stuff like that.
So like something like Satisfactory in 3D with active bug raids.
Yeah. With the kind of like get in and get out mentality, where you drop into a planet and then you just mine it until everybody's trying to kill you.
And then you just get the heck out of there.
Yeah. But you've got that risk reward management thing.
Oh, yeah, that's not something I'm very good at. Risk for me is just something that happens to other people. Oh, we're actually here. Sweet. I'm going to call a hammer pod in.
Risk for me is like always the fact of I need to be able to. I have no ability to judge risks because I always feel like if I play well enough, I can always be able to manage the maximum amount of efficiency.
Right, don't kick it until we respawn.
Like playing Slay the Spire, where I'm like, okay, what's the one route that gives me 3 elites? I'm going down that route, and if I die, I'm just going to try again. That kind of bloody-mindedness.
That's the best kind.
Oh, these things are laser guided. I can just.
It explains a certain amount, yeah.
These this is supposed to. By the way, how much? We need more nitro.
We do. I called a pod in. There's like a supply left in it.
Yeah, I already got half a thing. I'm gonna go take a look back for some see if we can find any more nitro deposits.
Okay, cool. When we're actually underway, I suppose when the laser beams start happening, Gray could just drill them out. That's one. Rely on.
That's the best thing for the driller for that. If you have the autocannon that does a little bit of, if you can do a little bit of area damage, like you know, cell damage, you can literally just pop the tip on them and they just break.
I have an assault rifle and a boomstick, so
you don't have the you can't do like terrain damage.
That's like I'll walk away for 2 seconds.
Look, Doretto's very popular.
We have to deal with bugs in the system, Gray, and sometimes you just can't walk away for 2 seconds with a new compiling bug.
I see what you did there, Discard, and that was terrible.
They make that joke in this one too. You got to make sure the door is clear of bugs. Also, a swarm is coming.
Oh, back.
That looked painful.
Yep, it was a bit. May have misunderestimated how sticky I was to the.
Alright, I think I found a decent amount of, need to find some more net. I need,
we need like 11 more for another supply. And if we can get that in, at least that'll be handy.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm kind of looking for, because there's a lot of enemies that usually show up for this. You need like a lot of material. Good thing is that every Hearthstone, generates by a lot of oil shell.
Hmm. Sorry, Greg, what did you say?
I just found some, it's fine.
Ah, sweet. That. No, that's not. Oh, missed it. Oh, have you got Molly back there? Have you discussed?
Yeah, Molly's on the way there. On the way to you.
Gotcha.
If Greg just called her. Yeah, they're. If you look at the bottom left, by everyone's thing, it shows who recently called Molly. Molly mark.
Over here.
Is she a hell of a... Oh, right. Yes, she's a... Bloody hell, Discard has got back.
Hmm?
No,
yeah, I've got
sorry. Gray and I were looking for Molly, because we both called her several times, just what's going on, pulled out the maps. So I was like, oh yeah, hundreds of meters away.
Yeah, I'm all the way back at the opening.
Gotcha.
32 nitro on me, so.
Okay, we have enough for another restock at least. I have come across some crappa, so I'm gonna go and get my hands on some of that.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, I'm along. I think I just had more exploders.
What I kind of wish for in this game is that, like, what I really want, and I know it's very dumb. Do you remember? Do you remember?
Lighting up!
Not Valheim. Fucking. It's the 40K horde shooter. Vermintide.
Vermintide. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember the dwarf? Remember you can have a dwarf slayer in that one.
Oh yes.
Kind of want a dwarf slayer for this game.
A miner who failed to mine, perhaps.
Or
Redemptive
just
crusade to mine.
well, it's also just the fact also you can have a a pure melee crazy dwarf. But I don't know how they would balance that around, you know, the whole ranged combat nature of this game.
Yeah, I feel like in Vermintide that's a lot easier because there's not as much stuff you can't. Yeah, like melee is a known thing you do because there's only so much stuff which is demands.
Well,
it's a little harder in something like this.
Vermintide is actually a melee game with you have guns on the side.
Yeah,
Guns are for dealing. Your ranged options are for dealing with people you don't want to be standing next to, like chaos champions.
well, sure, but we're now at the point where there's loads of melee-only classes in the game, and you don't want too many of them in one party.
Yeah, like I remember there's the Lady of the Lake, where you could where basically you have the mercenary man slurp some good lady juice.
Yeah. Also, are you coming back to us, Discard? Because
I am on my way there right now.
Just over the hill, so ready your guns and shoot.
I'll just have it on hand so we need it.
Ingrid, do you happen to have Vermintide or Vermintide 2?
No, I don't.
Ah. Well, if I ever see it on the cheap, we can probably get that game to get
Yeah,
it
I've been interested in it, but yeah, I've never been able to justify it.
It's great fun, but
It
yeah, I digress.
has been a decently long time since it's been released, so it should be on the cheap sooner or later.
Yeah.
Right. If we're ready, I'm going to kick us off.
Yeah, go
Kick us
for it.
off. Good stuff.
If only it would fit in more.
Extraction commencing. Drill dozer running at full steam.
Like in that one, you can be
Vibrations are attracting
you can be the witch who is a bright wizard,
approaching the drill dozer. Hunker down.
and the bright wizard is set everything on fire, but also you're setting yourself on fire. Be careful with that.
Or, if you're playing as one of their classes, don't be careful and just be permanently overheating. Yes, I remember that well.
Yeah.
I'm not very good with Sienna. She's my least played class because it's managing the heat mechanic is something I'm not very good at. But it's great fun when you get it right.
I usually played the Inquisitor or the Inquisitor, which could all be all about precision jabs and piercing armor or shooting a lot of guns. But I usually like the Mercenary Man.
I'm not an alien. Please don't freeze me.
Why not? I got freeze whoever I want, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, it's the bloody rocks.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like this planet's actually alive.
At this point, I'd be fully prepared to believe it is.
That Hoxie is literally alive.
Given the amount of organisms out there willing to kill us in wonderful and new and interesting ways, I'd be fully prepared to believe that this planet's sentient. That's fancy. It would be the weirdest thing in this game.
And the fact that Hearthstone is literally puppeting rocks to drop on our bulldozer.
Yeah. Exactly.
And for some reason, the Glyphid, everything in the Glyphid is literally just in the walls.
Here comes the explosion.
Swarm on the intercept course. Get ready to protect the drill dozer.
Hermitide's a lot like this, but unfortunately, doesn't really have much of a random element. All the maps are kind of the same.
Yeah, I've heard it's more like Left 4 Dead.
Yes, that's a good comparison. It's got a storyline campaign to it, so there's a spit on the ceiling because, of course,
every map has a storyline, and essentially it's how you're dealing with the fact that the vermin that game is literally overrunning everything because they're working with chaos. Because this thing called the end times is happening.
Bloody.
I understand the concept of the end times because literally the entire like I was listening to some Galactic and Felix books, and they were like Warhammer is set supposedly when time where like these are the last days of men. Everything is shit and stretched thin, and the doomsayers are around every corner and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, okay, but when are they not doing that?
This is like I like the idea of the end times. I like the Vermintide games, which are set in the end times, and I actually like the story beats we've got after the end times.
What was the story?
I just think Age of Sigmar. So you know, like the new Warhammer setting.
Oh, really? Like I heard that like I don't know, it's the one person that I go for Warhammer most often not would like basically called it the Age of the Sigmarines because literally it's just Space Marines and
that is the game launched very badly. That is certainly true. But it's gotten a hell of a lot better since. I mean, it's been out for enough years now where I'd be at least prepared to recommend it. Right, I'm going to stick to repair duty if you guys can tackle the crystals.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of the exploders.
But I don't know. It's post end times can be fun enough.
Yeah.
It's just that I fully admit the person I usually listen to go to for Warhammer stuff is a logistic grognard who cares more about how people are getting his biggest complaint is space combat in 40k is never consistent between books of how things are supposed to go, how much time and energy and everything that goes into it.
Well, the whole warp is inconsistent.
Well, since the warp is inconsistent, like this is in real space, like how real space combat goes. Or like it can both take weeks to get from one place to another by impulse drive in a thing, and people can just show up out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which is kind of the same thing with warp. A lot of the thing with warp is like, oh yes, warp travels in trees flow, and you'll only see one ship every century or so. And then you've got like, oh yeah, but these guys are able to come and save us everyone.
And also the fact that warp travel has to be reliable enough for interstellar trade to be a thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The drill dozer served its purpose.
Because there are entire merchant houses and such that are just based all around transferring stuff in the warp.
Armor and Hearthstone secured. Call the drop pod when you're ready.
In times like these, I remember the important mantra of
That's how you do it.
it's
Drop pod
fantasy.
is on the way.
It's never going to be realistic at the end of the day.
No.
Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference between realistic and internally consistent.
Yes.
I love this animation when you're playing. I love this animation.
You've got the head, right? Okay.
Well, not just animate the head. I'm talking about with my gun, right? So you know how you do a weird you can do like a little idle animation if you reload on a full clip.
Yeah.
So my guy, so I have all these rockets in this tube here, that they're getting loaded in. So he goes, but it's exposed. So he goes over, he picks up one of the rockets and goes like, "Wee," and basically flies it around, picks it in his hand, and flies it around like it's like a little rocket ship, and he puts it back.
Safety not being something known to dwarves, I suspect.
Nah.
Well, I don't care. One of the two.
Remember, and my favorite part of Galactic and Felix was how you're dealing with where the person they're dealing with is a Slayer engineer who was in the college and had made all these wonderful things, wonderful prototypes that immediately exploded and killed hundreds of other lead engineers.
Yeah, that's a given value of the word engineering. I'll give you that.
And he was forbidden from ever doing his work again. So what he did was take the Slayer's oath, dyed his hair, and went back to working on his designs. Which is the funniest of things.
Yes, I am trying to kill myself, honest. Just not in the same way you guys are.
Yeah, I'm just designing the explosives that get us all killed. You know.
Well,
Oh.
when you're a Slayer, you're supposed to do the thing that is the best for dwarven kind. So he decided that working on the weapons of war were the best for dwarven kind, which he's not far wrong.
No.
An active, actual airship is an impressive thing for a world that does not have active flight.
Excellent performance. One mission.
All right, was that your last one, or Yola's next last one?
That was my last one. I don't know about Grey.
I've got one more.
All right.
All right, I am now the proud owner of a corrosive sludge pump.
Are you ever going to use it? Is the question.
Given that I tend to play Driller in my other group, yes.
Ah. Oh, I see which one I was wearing. I was using a module that basically all it was about was direct impacting. Higher missile speeds and also higher direct damage on hit, which is, I have to say, not a bad thing. My main complaint though is that it cut down my supply by a shit ton.
Right, beers are in.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Cheers.
This is a blondie. This is a blondie, isn't it?
This is the blondie, yes. I had the resources.
Hello, Nick. I'm in a bit of a dance off at the moment.
All I'm doing is like doing. Oh, there we go. I'm doing the devil horn thing.
So you're headbanging, I'm doing the Russian squat dance, and Gray's just grooving.
Orders from management. Stop dancing and get to it.
Why do you have this here if literally we can't ever do it?
Because Mission Control hates fun, that's why.
Round the skull crushers for me and my chap.
Considering how much of our own paychecks we go and like feed back into company R&D.
Yep.
Like, why?
Cheers, Mike.
I believe the technical answer is because they can.
I think the technical answer is we're not really here for to get rich. We're here to work.
And frankly, at the end of the day, given we're the only ones crazy and suicidal enough to do these jobs, I think management could probably give us a bit of slack. Right. What's your last one then, Greg?
Egg hunt. In the fungus bogs.
Oh.
With more exploder infestation.
I continuously look at when it comes to RPGs these days. Though, I continuously go and look at modules that other people have written up, which typically seem pretty fun. There is if you want to be extremely English, there is like a Tales of Twisted Taverns, which is about it's a big book about different tavern places and taverns and everything else. So you want to make a campaign, which is just a massive pub crawl across the world. You can go do that.
Nice, you can do that with any game. Serpentis, you've won the dance off apparently.
Hey!
Yay.
Thank you, thank you. I accept my payment in chocolate.
What kind of chocolate is the question?
You
do with or without nougat, or so forth?
It depends on the brand. Like, I have issues with the teeth and jaw, so I can't have anything that's too sticky and chewy.
Ouch.
Basically, I've got sensitive teeth issues. But if it's that sort of soft and creamy nougat, then yes, that's fantastic.
So not a Snickers bar or something like that.
No, Mars bars are okay. Like Mars and Snickers bars are okay. I don't like Snickers because it's got nuts in it. That's a different. Anything like stickier.
Who's choosing the map?
Sorry, it's me. I'm hosting. That's all.
Yep. There we go.
Sorry, we're talking too much.
Stop. We can talk chocolate during the loading screen.
Okay. In that case, great. Favorite chocolate. Now you put yourself on the spot.
Probably strawberry creams.
That's a good shout. No, that's a good shout. Fruity chocolate can work really well.
Yeah.
I myself am I'm a guy who likes nuts. I need a bit of crunch in my life. So anything like chocolate, my favorite like chocolate covered peanuts or no, that's just basically an M&M. M&Ms are I love.
I'm not a fan of the M&Ms because of hard shell chocolate, but there's a soft shell like Galaxy one, which is basically the same thing, but it's not got a sugary shell, so it's just the soft chocolate, but they made it into a disc. I can't remember what they're called on top of my head, but they are delicious.
I think love chocolate basic covered or anything because another one I like is chocolate covered coffee beans.
Yes.
Like just get your nice roasted coffee beans with a chocolate covering to deal with the bitterness, and it's pretty nice.
Oh, I've been grabbed.
Oh, so have I. Yeah. So there's leeches about.
Ah, shit. Let me go deal with that. Where's your leech?
Well, one's got Grey and one's got me.
No,
so
I got dropped. It got dropped because it decided to take you, I think.
I also got myself.
Ah, good lord.
We've all been...
I thought this was an exploder infestation, not a freaking flying creature infestation.
We're just getting hugged everywhere.
I have been deposited in a completely different cave system.
Also,
Back in a minute.
Also, the funniest bit is that the thing deposited me over a steam vent, so I was able to slow fall down.
Oh, I've
Right,
been
I killed the
grabbed
grabber.
again.
I killed one of them.
There's many more.
Hey, Serpentine, how you doing?
I'm doing really well, thanks, man. Yeah, just hanging around, literally.
Same here, just like just getting hugged by the hug bug.
Oh, it dropped me off by a
I have found one of the nests.
Yeah, it dropped me off by a nest as well.
Okay, just get all these. There's a breeder around here There's the breeder. All right.
And I'm now being eaten by one of the ceiling things. Yep.
What? Oh god, it's another one's got me. What is this level?
This is a hard ass. It's only on challenging, to be clear. We haven't changed the difficulty.
Oh, so you have it on 50, right?
Yeah.
Great. Because normally when you're playing with me, I sneakily set it to 75 or 100.
Oh no, I know.
Okay.
Oh, I know. I haven't felt like saying anything because it usually led to more comedy. But I've got to change it, and man, it turns out 50s on this map apparently. 50s good enough work. Whoever's reviving me. Oh no, sorry, it's not a grabber. It's just one of the weird.
I already killed the leech. The leech was coming down, and I shot it until it died.
So,
all right, let's get you back up. Don't walk forward. All right.
Yeah, no, I've always wanted to fall to my death. Thank you. Well, after that top tier start,
you picked the right career.
I'm afraid of heights.
As falling to your death is essentially the main way to go in this game.
Yeah, everyone wants to fall to their death in this game.
You're not wrong. Apparently, even the
Big
good
bugger, off your exploding gits.
Ow. Oh, there's exploders.
I love how we've all split. Oh, Serpentis, are you dead again?
I was mining an egg nest and I didn't realise there's an exploder wave behind me. And then they made themselves known. Very, very loudly.
And you found out with extreme prejudice.
Oh, yes.
I might be joining you.
In death or location?
Death.
Oh, bugger. Right, okay.
I've been a lovely place to be got as well, by the way. I'm buried inside an alien egg.
As you do.
Great. Alright, Serpentis, I'm going to ask you to do me one favor and not die.
I'll do my best. Molly, just come here for a second. You don't need shenanigans from you right now, Molly. Just stay still. Let's go get Griffin. Oh, it's a bloody big hole there.
Yes, that bloody big hole was annoying.
Exploders!
You just bounced up a
You are a driller, so basically anywhere a bloody big hole, if it has walls, just has a staircase that hasn't been carved yet.
It's a staircase to heaven. We just haven't got there yet.
Here we go. You're up.
Right, get back to magic.
That's a lot of Praetorians I had to take down.
Right, I'm getting out there for a second.
You are lying, mission control. You are lying. There are many bugs.
No more incoming. They're still here.
Yeah. He's just telling us more are coming.
More are not. Well, more shouldn't be coming. All right. Just to check, we don't have that much nitro.
Not yet. There is some more over there, though.
I have some nitro over here.
Ooh, stop aciding my face.
Just what I wanted. Some loot bugs.
I killed the loot bug, and I'm not so proud about it.
That's right. I actually got through to the egg,
Mm-hmm.
but I died. But yeah, I had to run away before it got too close. Right, where's that bucket of bolts? There we go.
I'm so happy that I'm at least decently.
Oh,
at
good
least
lord!
Sorry, I was passing it up to you guys because you were on Molly.
I just turned the corner and something flew at my head.
Reaction training, call it that.
Red sugar.
Unfortunately, good sir, you're gonna have to go see HR about that.
Oh,
We have entire courses
Oh,
about
God.
part of handling and throwing things that are at your fellow employees.
Yeah, not allowed to shoot your co. You're allowed to shoot your co-workers. You're just not allowed to insult them.
Speaking of which, Gray, how is your HR go doing these days?
Yeah, not too bad. She broke her shoulder and knee skiing, so I haven't seen much of her.
oh, for the love of heaven.
She went ice skating. She went ice skating,
Yeah.
and then
That
broke everything.
That's rough as hell, because like most recently I heard from my mom that she accidentally got both her wrists broke, and unfortunately she wasn't able to get to the orthopedics, the orthopedic surgeons before they healed up enough that they can't really reset them.
Right.
So she went to so she can only lift she can only has 8 pounds worth of wrist action she can do. Which for
was it an accident or I'm guessing?
yeah, she got both her wrists got broken in an accident recently, or like earlier this year.
You get up to this one. Oh, it's up there.
But
Yeah, it's
she's
like
like,
a little ledge.
he takes to give an idea how my family thinks. She's taken the prospect that she's 70 years old, so she even if she got her wrists fixed, she probably wouldn't be using them for much longer.
Oh, it's
Old
that's a
people get
pragmatic
that.
attitude to take.
Yeah, old people get to that phase, don't they?
Oh yeah, tell me about it. My grand's 101 and she's still plugging up.
All right.
Like you, in all fairness, I have no right to talk about stupid using injuries, given how I broke my arm. So,
The only thing I've ever broken my body is my pinky. How did you break your thing?
it was a office lunch, summer lunchy, picnicky day thing.
Uh-huh.
Someone had, against explicit instructions from HR, brought along a sack racing kit. I had had a couple of pints and I said, sure, I'll do it. Was going to go on leave the week afterwards, could feel my foot acting up, but I'm flat-footed, so I thought, oh, it's just that again. But I'll get it checked before I go, just in case. And then the hospital said, no, actually, we've x-rayed your foot, and it turns out were you playing sports recently? And I was like, well, not really. I was doing a bit of, goofing about at a summer party. And they were like, cool, you've given yourself a perfect footballer's injury, you've broken a metatarsal. I was like,
Ouch.
oh, okay then.
Wait a second. So, it's a corporate picnic.
Yes.
Sack racing, not allowed. Booze, completely allowed.
Welcome to Britain.
I suspect, to be fair, they probably went, if booze is involved, sports is probably a bad idea. And as it turns out, they may have had a point. Because I did break a bone, you know.
Ah, God love Britain.
So actually, you know, the person I really feel sorry because, like, I had to wear like one of those fracture boots for a few months, which wasn't great, but I got over it in the end. What I felt sorry was the guy who brought the sack racing kit along. He had several weeks of mandatory HR bollockings. It was like, and this is why when we tell you not to do this thing, you do not do this thing.
That
good
you know,
lord.
how does it guys feel? How does it feel like to be living in a 1950s comedy?
Well,
But that's just normal for Britain.
yeah, I was going to say, to be fair, I work for the non-governmental organisation I work for was founded in 1917, so actually I know it quite well.
Done that one.
The office politics of our place could come out as like 1950s comedies, I've got to be honest with you. I mean, to be fair, I've no doubt all offices have their own dumb politics, but when you have like organisations that have lasted for that long, the amount of weird stuff that accumulates over time, and you just sort of go to yourself, why is this still a thing?
I do remember that there was a friend of mine who was who got me into to networking and all that kind of who got me to get my pushed me to get my A+, my M+, and all my my current certifications. He talked about how there was an old lady who was going who was leaving was retiring from the company, and her massive they were trying to preserve or keep her massive her what's that thing called again? Basically her email address, her email archives. Because essentially she was the company from so long since the start that it literally was their archives for all the for all most of the conversations that happened in the company.
Yeah, so like without her emails, people just wouldn't know collective knowledge and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was the fact that she was leaving, they just slated her stuff for deletion and everything, and then they forgot then they realized who she was.
Oh, well.
So they had to undelete everything.
Also, I'm very dead.
You're very dead. I am very dying, but you know what? I can go and, fix you up, I'm sure.
Hey, Saviour.
Look, in my defense, 4 exploders went off at once. There wasn't a lot you could do about it.
Because I shot one of them. I didn't know you were up there.
For my defense, I've been just not paying attention.
To be fair, that sums us up quite nicely.
And unfortunately, I've been dealing with a bit of thing called gravity, which has a lot of gravitas, which is
There we go.
effect where
Let's
things
get
get pulled down. I don't understand why, but every time I am with any group I'm with, generally becomes damage discard becomes a common through life.
There might be a pattern there.
I'm about to die.
Oh.
Let me undie. Let me go and find and undie you. Oh, you're next to Findus, so you should be okay.
Yeah, I'm just warning him that his fire support won't be around much longer.
Emphasis on should.
Launched. Better stand back.
All right, I have. I'm getting a supply pod down for a restock.
Where did you drop? Oh, I tell you what, I'm going to throw the egg down there. We'll just go.
No, I missed my. There we go. I missed my footing. Whee!
Hey! Guess what, Gray? Both of us did.
Oh dear.
Why are you both dead?
I missed the ledge I was supposed to land on when I came down to join you at the pod, and I really missed it.
Lemmings, the both of you.
Honestly.
Why are you being sprayed by a Praetorian and everything?
No!
I literally look over and I see you just being molested by why?
I got off a ledge and I looked away from the PC, and when I came back, a Praetorian was vomiting on me. I don't know.
Getting supplies.
Alright, where is Molly? I've got an egg here for it. There we go. Come on, come here, you.
Alright, let me restock.
Oh, yeah, I actually need some health at this point after all that.
Yeah, you also
More
need
exploders,
to
watch out.
Oh, cool.
more fun material, more fun information on the line. If you hit circle, you can see the ammos at the 3 bars at the bottom.
Yes.
Those 4 bars.
Yes.
You can tell at a glance what percentage a person's ammo is at.
Have we tapped that mine for an egg? That nest there.
Well, if you hit control, if you hit tab, you can see where the mines are, where the eggs are at.
Oh yeah, we have.
Alright, so we got to go up, up, up. For the next
Yeah,
one.
we do a long way up.
I hate going up. I'm a dwarf. I should go down, down, down.
Yeah,
Honestly,
they just.
I agree with you. This is a game where going up is very easy to make a complete hash of. Not that I've just fallen to my death and know exactly how that feels or anything.
Be your scout. Gravity is your greatest enemy.
Alright.
Gravity is your greatest enemy.
You, sir, are not wrong.
Ah, here we
Yes.
go.
Oh, sweet. Okay, in that case, hang on. I'll call Ollie up over here.
Oh, I threw it down already.
Oh,
Alright, so we've got to go well up for the next one. Ah, no exploders.
When we get all this done, we can go take a look at the. We can go look into doing that.
where did that egg go? Or have you already recollected it?
I'm already called Molly to it.
You guys stop shooting me. There
It's
we
not
go.
me. Just this once, I am not a friendly fire risk. Risk to myself?
I'm a friendly fire risk in general because I don't really
Very important.
clearing shots means I have less shots in the air, means I have less DPS.
Alright, the egg's up there. Alright.
I have this gun seed suck ass.
Got the egg.
At least they show Gunk Siege you knocked down on the map at least.
Yeah, it would be a bit much if they didn't. Also, hang on, I've got another seed for you here.
Right so far.
Oh, got it.
Nice.
Ah, exploders.
Can I just make an observation? In the next mission, we do not have the exploder mutation, please. I've had enough.
I mean,
I've had enough of exploders.
the spell mutation at least keeps you on your feet.
No,
Or on your
just
face.
put it on my face.
Yeah, I was gonna make that joke too.
Alright. Where's the last one?
Up in the distance, like a long way away. Sorry, I just have to scale for grabber. I'll be back in a sec. Okay.
There you go. Killed him.
Thank you.
I just hear
It
it.
is.
I just hear explosions going off. I'm assuming that's you.
That's
no,
me.
that's discard. I was gonna say I don't really have explosives. The last egg looks to be like, you know that hack pillar we walked past to interact with? It appears it's on the
Oh
other
yeah,
side.
that way.
It is a good old proper long way away.
Is a good old proper trip.
Yeah.
One would call it a British holiday.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. I went to Weymouth in February, so what can I say?
Went to where?
Weymouth.
Where is Weymouth?
South coast. Seaside. But I went to the seaside in February.
Isn't the British Sea very cold?
Yes.
Oh yes.
Ah.
It builds character.
5-year-olds don't
Okay.
care.
Not gonna do the thing where you're going to what's it again? With like swimming? Was it swimming the Thames or swimming the Strait between England and and Europe?
Swimming the English Channel is a known thing. Not generally recommended for 5-year-olds, however.
Wait, why would a 5-year-old try to swim the English Channel?
They have no sense of self-preservation.
Well, that too, yes.
So 5-year-olds and Englishmen, I understand.
To be fair, the mature Englishmen at least have the common sense to bring along a support team. The 5-year-old will just go out there on his own.
I'm down.
Bollocks. Right, 2 seconds. I'm just dealing with bugs. I'm on the way.
No, we mainly went there to the Tank Museum and the aquarium and stuff like that.
Oh, you got to go to Bovington. Excellent. I need to go back there again.
This reminds me of that toast I put over in the anime zone of the Discord, which was about anime girls just shouting about German over engineering.
I mean,
the wonders of the Tiger the T-232 Tiger, and also the fact of how, like, oh yes, we're just doing interlocking of these very heavy plates that all of them needs to be pulled out to do maintenance and or refit.
Yeah.
Yep, interlocking road wheels seemed like a good idea at the time. I've also got a gunk seat over here if Molly can come along.
Yeah, Bobbinson's got the only working Tiger tank in the world.
Wasn't it the Tiger tank they used in Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen it moving, because when they first got it running, I actually happened to go that day, and just kind of walked in and just heard this engine running, and it's like, oh, I know what that is.
Right, the last egg is somewhere down there.
You've played all the simulations where what the Tiger tank can do.
I mean, yes, I've certainly played World of Tanks and seen the propaganda.
Yeah.
To be fair, actually no, that's not totally fair. The Russian tanks are the ones that have received the propaganda treatment of tanks most.
Because World of Tanks is a Russian game, yes.
Oh yes. Stalinium is totally a thing. Right.
I thought it was French for some reason, because there was like a French game that does the same thing where all the French stuff is super powerful.
Well,
I'm full. Where's Molly?
it's one of those weird things where, like, I could sort of understand that because there were a couple of okay French tanks, and if they'd have had as many of them as they'd had, say, other stuff, might have made a difference. But
Yeah. No, the French tanks weren't terrible. They were just badly used.
yeah,
But the fact we're talking about the Russian tanks, which were they were boxes that were made to run forward, and that's about it.
There we go. That's the last egg.
the tractors, very good. Right, you can call in Molly. I'll come down and join you.
Yeah.
All right, do we care about gunks, or do we want to just go?
No, let's go. Everything's exploding.
Hello, exploders. Goodbye, exploders.
I called Molly and then ran towards Molly, forcing myself to go back.
Nice.
All right, so where's our escape?
Probably in the middle of nowhere, no Garlock.
Probably at, well, let's
There we go.
Please don't call a supply pod on my head.
well, you're the one who ran into the supply pod because it wasn't in your head before that happened.
Is that what you're telling the courts, eh?
Good sir, I called the supply pod and he mysteriously ran right underneath it when it was coming down. I don't understand, honest. Speaking of things falling on your head, I'm still trying to hold myself back from buying Elden Ring.
Ah, yes, the latest in the series of I want to hate myself the game.
I want to challenge myself to the game.
I still think my interpretation is valid, to be perfectly honest.
Look, masochism is only detrimental when you go past the point of tolerance. All right. Ah, you're dead. Neon
You
dead.
shot me in the face with a missile. Yes, of course I'm dead.
I mean, I have the friendly fire perk. You should only take half damage from these things.
But I had no health because I just escaped from 3 Praetorians, so all you did was chip damage to finish off my chip health. What did you think was going to happen?
I'm digging.
Well, at least I didn't do at least I didn't do Dale damage. You never get back from Dale damage with your chip health.
Can't they make it like a 3D version of that film of Chip and Dale?
Chip and Dale, like the
Rescue Rangers.
Oh, no, I hadn't heard. I must admit.
Yeah, no, they're making a live action version.
Do I? Oh god, that sounds terrible.
One of the jokes is that one of them's had a CGI facelift. So one of them's like the old style drawing, and the other one's CGI.
Look, the only thing I remember about Rescue Rangers is the mouse girl. Oh, hello! Ow!
What the? What are you two doing?
There's a big drop.
You don't say.
Lots of explosives.
There is a non-insignificant drop there. All right.
All right. But you've officially lost the right to complain about my next fall to my death. Okay.
Fall to that one.
Me falling to my death. Look, it's not my fault. I was falling gray. It's completely and totally. It's probably his discretion.
Yeah. Just get on. Or anything else good.
Shoot. I hate it. I hate getting knocked off zip lines. Oh, here we go. Pierceburg Ray just went up. I love Driller. I love Driller because it just lets me go through things.
Drill, 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 drill.
Alright!
Eight. Probably time for one more.
Yeah, I've got to have one more.
Dum, 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 dum.
Got the day off tomorrow, so I'm looking forward to that, except for the dentist, so...
I got Friday off.
Nice. Got any plans?
I've got the boiler service, but apart from that, maybe wash the carpets and then have a day on the computer. Oh no, I can't go in the living room because I've washed the carpets.
No.
Then Saturday I'm going to an all-day war game tournament.
Yes, you mentioned. Was it Drop Zone?
Dead Zone and Dreadball. So it starts at 9 and finishes at 10, and it's a 2-hour drive either way. So it's going to be a bloody long day.
That's an understatement.
But it's been the first one in years, so my brother and I are going.
I suppose, to be fair, COVID has kind of put a hook on stuff like that, hasn't it?
My brother and one of the guys from my club's going, so yeah.
Noise.
Right, new gun. Who's the gun for? That's for the gunner. It's the burst rifle. Which, of course, you have, even though you've unlocked, you have to purchase.
Oh, yeah. Naturally.
Ability. Blow through rounds. Damage increase. Blow through rounds sound fun. Probably not very efficient, but you know.
Oh, to be fair, when has efficiency ever been a concern in this game, to be honest?
Increase rate of fire. Magazine.
Well, that was a mistake. There we go.
Armor break free. Wow. Okay. This gun is actually pretty scary. I might go gunner for my next one just so I can try it out.
Which one is it?
The BRT burst fire.
Oh, is that the sidearm or is that the
Sidearm. Yeah.
I've got the beers in, by the way.
Oh, I've just got an achievement to explore my options. Nice.
The problem with the sidearm is never enough ammo.
No.
I feel like that's probably a balancing factor, given that the driller is supposed to have a range of pretty inaccurate short-range main guns. You wouldn't want to have him easy access to something like the revolver.
Well, you're talking about the gunner, because
yes.
The gunner has the you said the driller.
Yes, good shout. I did mean the gunner.
Turrets and explosions.
Oh, wrong one.
I'll kill anything with more next.
Right, Troll Slayer.
The Corlett Wave Cooker. Oh, I see. They're giving the engineer a new sidearm. So in this season, we all got new primary weapons. So the next season, we're getting all new secondary weapons. I select the select the next.
Yes, sorry, I was just checking to see if I could afford a new gun. I can't, so give us a hot second.
Oh, so we're getting new secondaries next season.
Yes.
And so this new secondary for the driller is a wave motion cannon, which basically is a dubstep gun where you're hitting people with sound.
More of dubstep. Slap the dice, slap the dice.
Slappy.
I do like my Troll Slayer build for this.
I can't remember which one the Troll Slayer is.
Oh no, it's just I've given him a red Mohican.
Oh, sorry. Right, okay. I was thinking, is that a name for a gun I don't know about?
Nice.
Nope.
Ah, Dreadnoughts. I'm suddenly getting flashbacks.
Oh, God, I went gunner. with a armor-piercing, penetrating gun. Sidearm.
We go back, please.
Stop whining!
Rock and stone in the heart.
Lock and load, lads.
We've located a glyphid nest. The dreadnoughts go there to pupate, so your primary objective is to locate their cocoons, destroy both them and their inhabitants by any means necessary.
Oh, it's the pretty one.
Bring plenty of ammo. They can take a punch.
Ollie.
Oh, we're doing Praetorians, right?
This is
Yeah.
the Dreadnought hunt. Actually, speaking of Dreadnoughts, that's a sort of related question, honest. Great, Ultimate Admiral's Dreadnoughts.
Not played it, but apparently it's pretty good.
I have played it. I'd forgotten I'd pre-ordered it, actually, truth be told, so I suddenly had a Steam key in my email. I was like, wait, what? Bloody complicated, but good fun.
Yeah.
I
Have
hear
you
like
played?
did like a lot of the.
Deep Rock seriously need to invest.
Oh, bye-bye, discard.
How's your legs doing down there?
Ow.
I tell you
That was
what,
good,
guys, I'm just going to use the ledge they provided. Oh god, I'm being told off. There's a Praetorian right there. Whoops. That's what we call karma.
Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought. I have not played it, but I saw it played for a bit. Where it's really great for playing the game.
Ow.
Campaign's a little bit wonked in its own right.
Kind of. Like, the campaign is, at the end of the day, it's a bunch of structured missions. Some of them are structured better than others. I think that is fair to say.
It's also the fact that the campaign is geared around basically the difficulty of the campaign will change depending on how many how many ships you have stolen,
Yes.
and it gets worse as many more. Your collective fleet score versus their collective fleet score. So
Yeah,
they'll
it's,
just keep adding
basically
things.
Rule the Waves 2 with graphics. And less planes.
Ow. Need that shit.
More gunk seeds.
Right, let's see.
I kind of wish we could just have to kill Fester Fleas or some stuff like that.
Well, what did I call for Marley? It's right there.
Honestly, I'd rather do this than Festifleas. Festifleas will always run away just be about to get a bead on them. Big confidence on cavern you can't even see.
At least you can hear where they're at, rather than the gunk seed where it's just like you have to at least look up all the time.
Okay, yes.
And I'm one of those people who will crane his neck at his PC when his character looks up because I'm an idiot.
Ollie carries minerals, and we shoot bugs in mine.
Don't tell me you don't do that when you're looking up, and it's like you just find your neck just instinctively just craning upwards.
No, but on the other hand, I definitely do the thing of squinting at the computer when, like, I can't exactly tell what something is and probably give myself eye burn, so, you know. Alright,
Yeah.
should we get this egg popped?
Yeah.
In half a second, let me go and deposit this last gunk seed.
Donkey!
Also, all our HPs are bad. How about we go and find some red sugar first?
Didn't we have a night supply pod drop, or did I misremember that?
No. Not yet.
We have not. We haven't really done a supply, but we're all still good on ammo right now, so we should just look for some red sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair point.
Let's see. 'Cause I know there's red sugar up top there, but let's see if there's anything nearby.
Ooh, gold.
Gold.
Nothing wrong with gold.
What kind of proper dwarf doesn't like gold?
Still, I need to go and look up your dwarf fortress. If you did put any new dwarf fortresses, Greg, because interested to see how things are going. Because your fortress is like getting on the cusp of being maturing.
Bolt detonator.
Ooh, fun.
Whoa, I'm in the crater.
I saw that through a hole in the wall, and that was great watching.
Was the hole in the wall
Okay.
there before you saw it?
No, when he went off, it blew open a hole, and I could just see the explosion and crater and you guys in it. That was something.
That
Oh, dear.
was something else, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great watching. Right. Sorry. Where's Molly at?
I need a damn mine card.
Okay, I think we so there's not really much we can. Well, where is this? Reshaping the landscape.
One bulk detonator at a time.
I'm just happy that in our 7th Day to Die game that we're actually like I've never been so stoked to just dig a hole in the ground than in 7 Days to Die.
Oh, this is such a stupid idea, but
To be fair, sometimes stupid ideas are the basis of really good ideas.
well, do you know why we're doing it?
No.
Because the trader's on the other side of the mountain, but it's Jen who gets stuck in the ground. So they decided that the first thing they want to do is get across to Jen by digging a tunnel through the mountain.
We want to get to Jen easier is the main thing. Hello, everyone, focus on this bug.
I will have been.
There we go. Yeah, we got him. Except sadly, all of his goods just fell over everywhere.
It's okay, I'm on it.
Get the Hoover.
I am the Hoover.
Get the shot back.
Where is that damn mule? Can't carry anymore.
Speaking of which, since we were talking about World War II inventions. I was listening to. I think I told Gray about this earlier, but I was finding out one about the fascinating the tale of my most favorite World War II invention. It take a while to guess what it is.
The flamethrower.
No.
That's Carter.
No, yeah.
Mine is the jury can.
Oh yes.
Because I'm a fucking when it comes to war, my main love is how everything was logistically done. Just getting everything where you need to go.
To be fair, you've got a point. Jerry can was bloody important.
Oh yeah, it was the main. It was so important. It was literally what the Germans called their secret weapon.
Scarred.
Yeah.
Did you start something?
No.
Why is there a giant thing in the middle of the room?
Look, it doesn't start up until all these little power cores are pushed in. So
A bit like this, he says.
Yeah, he says running up to push them in.
like this, but
Oh god, is this the maniac computer?
I'll beat you right.
Okay, for this one here, everyone needs to be on their little pad,
Yeah.
and they need to be able to jump over and dodge all the stuff, so we can actively attack all the parts of it. All right.
Yeah, I've seen this one being done before, at least.
Let me hold on. Let me supply on this one. Everyone good on their? Yeah, everyone's good on everything.
Get some flares up our way.
Boy, I've got a bad feeling.
Unfortunately, this really only benefits me. So I was going to ask if anyone was cool with doing it, but sure. It seems like it was already a little too late on that. You need to shoot the yeah. You need to shoot.
Computers isn't like the green heads. Yeah.
Yeah, where's the final? Here it is.
It was rotated like a 60-degree angle. It's
Gone down.
hang on, I'll get you.
Gone down. I'm terrible at this type of pattern game.
It's not a pattern game. You just gotta be able to jump over the. Ah, god damn it! I got gotten. All right, that was my fault. Oh, we're all dead. Fuck.
We're all
That's
dead,
my fault.
yes.
I am sorry.
Mission status failure.
No. Great. Clearly, it's mission status discard.
Okay, that's my fault. I'm sorry. I really shouldn't have done that. I really should have just said, you know what, fuck this, let's keep going.
Oh, dear. The best part was when you said, I don't know what you're talking about, I could see that your character was literally saying, I turned the machine on. So I was like, well, I know who's done this.
Okay, so in the future, that's one of the more pain in the ass ones to get done. Because literally is you have to jump and dodge everything while staying on the pad roughly, or at least having one person do it while you just focus fire each pad down.
not dying to lasers and that and the other.
I'm not good at that. I'm very good at dying to lasers, not very good at not dying to lasers.
Yeah, no, same. The purple wave stuff is fine. It was when the giant beam would just carve you up while you were trying to play the jumping.
What are you trying to play Dance Dance Revolution on your platform?
Yeah, it's essentially, yes. Right, good games, everyone. I shall catch you all next week.
All right.
Radio. Again, make sure you get everything done then.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everyone. Everything seems to have crashed on me anyway.